here at Soldier Field, still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target.
That's a key down in any game. That's something we've got to watch in this one. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He completes it to Jones. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They chop that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. For the Bears at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On 2nd and inches, Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Take it to him. Keep do this offense. Let's go.
To throw is Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. And his pass incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. They'll get that one complete to Connor. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Tua on the bootleg here. He finds his man complete. It's Connor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on 1st down. They try and throw it, take a sack on 2nd down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on 3rd down?
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. 6 on the hook up there, but it's held. 4th and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Fields now to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24, Fields. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, having back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Points in the first 2 possessions, but looks like the defense has to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal. From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Harry. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Fields on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Joe Williams. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Velus Jones with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try to cover it before he gets going.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. To throw again on second down. Tua. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joe Williams. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now a first down throw, Fields. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, Fields. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Finding space at the 40. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw again on second down. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Tua now on first down. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history and tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Joe Williams. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On first down, it's Fields. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. 2nd and 9. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Room here to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To the air again, Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They created a nice sustained drive after plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Touchdown! You're so close!
Off play action, Fields. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Chase Claypool His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
This could be the turning point. Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time. The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That one doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 70 yards. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Get some momentum here, Al. Put some points on the
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get some points on the board. In the pocket. Defensive line is like a lost chance. Unstoppable. Get in that end zone. Go, go, go.
Pass to the right. There's Jones. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown Bears. Velus Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. Santos for the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14, and he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, Tagovailoa. And his throw here is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, and dropped it. Not a good one.
No, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try to push it deep down the field, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the short, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Tua to throw again. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they'll get this down to the and 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
What was going through his mind when he got the play call? He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And now he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. They do get rid of that pitch and catch. It's 4th down.
They were successful in one sense of completing the pass, but still leads them to a tough fourth-down situation, doesn't it?
It does, and the deficit more than 3 here at a 1-score game. So the field goal, not their ideal situation.
Make them work for it.
Tua on 4th down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. The 30. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Keep it going. Stop rolling, boys. Keep it rolling.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Tua to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back to throw. Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. All eyes on Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now Fields. Catch is made by Harry. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers, bringing home victory straight out the hurdle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put